make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. Friends, in prayer, God grants us His presence. He grants us the experience of being with God, being in the throne of grace, and for most part, especially if our hearts are set on Him, for most part, uninterrupted. There's no other means of satisfying joy than being in the courts of the Lord. In the Psalms, the Word of God says in Psalm 84 verse 10, "For a day in your courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere." And it says there, "I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tents of wickedness." Friends, let me also add that the presence of the Lord is not contained in a future hope, something that we can only experience when we enter eternity, but is firmly confirmed as a reality in the present time. It is a future blessing now. True are the words that says in Psalm 63 verses 1 through 4, and it says, "O God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So I have looked upon the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory, because your steadfast love is better than life." And David was saying, my lips will praise you. So I will bless you as long as I live. In your name I will lift up my hands. But I tell you, if you are in a dire situation, your greatest need is the presence of God. What David asked for was the presence of God to be brought to the sanctuary of God. The presence of God and His holy tabernacle is David's source of comfort. So what is the confidence of David? It is in verse 4. It says there, "One thing, not two things, not three things, but one thing have I asked of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in His temple." There could be no better place in this world than the presence of God. And I believe this is the secret of David's joy. Just as it was the secret of Paul's joy, even those who experience Christ in their lives, even those who experience the presence of God in their lives. But the dwelling and the satisfaction of the presence of God could be a constant thing in our lives. I tell you, there is an increment of joy that you will be experiencing. It transcends all riches and wealth. It transcends all power and might. And again, it transcends life itself. If you go back to Psalm 63 verse 2 and 3, the Word of God intimates, "So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and your glory, because your steadfast love is better than life." His presence is larger than life. Given this truth, given this reality, this should produce in us holy aspiration, holy desire to make His presence our greatest pursuit. This should prompt us or make us to have a diligent search for God in our hearts.
Oh, 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 Hallelujah. Oh, 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 sumasamba